to stress less and soar more. We're going to have a little checklist. So on a scale of 1 to 5 again, how much have you been working on true and good thoughts? 1 is not at all. A 5 is consistently working at it. Number 2, what have you surrendered in the last 2 weeks? A 1 is nothing. A 5 is something every day. Where do you fall within that scale? Number 3, have you turned your weaknesses over to Christ and asked the Holy Spirit's power to be your strength in that weakness? Scale of 1 to 5. A 1 would be not at all. A 5 would be I've made a list and I've turned every weakness over to Christ, and I'll continue to do that. Number 4, how are you doing at setting boundaries? For me, this was a really hard one. I had to get to the grips that I really didn't like to let people go. If they wanted to go, I just always felt like somehow it was my job to make it work. It wasn't my job to make it work. So a scale of 1 to 5. A 1 is I still don't even know what boundaries are. And if that's the case, check out Townsend and Cloud, or that would be a great place to start, is Townsend and Cloud. The very first book of his boundaries is, I just feel like it's a basic one you need. A 5 would be I'm setting boundaries, and I'm feeling more comfortable with them all the time. Just a little check-in. I want to see how you're doing. I want your relationships to become healthy. The next one is reflective listening. Are you saying things like, let me see if I understand what you're saying? Let me check this to make sure we're on the same page of what you're telling me, that I am understanding what you're trying to communicate to me. Are you saying things like, and you seem like you have a lot on your plate. Is there something I can do to help you? Are you asking the other person to practice listening and reflecting how you feel and what you're saying? Are you using your 4 steps? So on conflict resolution, keeping those things in mind, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you using your 4 steps? Plus reflective listening. If you are doing all of those, it's a 5. A 1 is none of those. I haven't started yet. Let me know where you're at.